Scorpio this week isn't just another chapter. It's the moment the entire story changes. Because everything you've questioned, every doubt you buried, every uneasiness you dismissed is about to be confirmed. You see, God has been watching what you couldn't quite prove. He saw the fake support, the conversations behind your back, the loyalty that was just performance. But he also saw the quiet defenders, the ones who stood by you in silence, the ones who never asked for credit, just stayed. And now he's about to draw the line. This week, you will see with painful clarity who has truly been with you and who never really was. And that moment of truth, it won't come with fireworks. It won't come with screaming matches or public scenes. It'll come through subtle, undeniable signs, a misplaced message, a revealing silence, a truth accidentally spoken. You won't have to look for the evidence, it will arrive at your doorstep. Because God is not only protecting your future, He's cleaning your present. You don't need more people around you. You need the right ones. And this week, you'll finally know the difference. So, get ready to be shocked, to be set free, to finally trust what you've always felt, but never had proof of. This is the week clarity becomes sacred. Comment if this makes sense to you. Have you ever felt someone's presence was just for show? Right, I felt it, if you know exactly what this means. Part 1, the feeling you couldn't shake. There was a moment, maybe weeks ago, maybe months, when something shifted. You couldn't explain it, but you felt it. A strange tightness in your chest around certain people. A gut feeling when a name popped up on your phone. That moment when someone smiled, but something in you whispered, they don't mean it. Scorpio, no one picks up on subtle energy like you do. You're not reading behavior, you're reading vibration. And that ability is both a gift and a burden. Because while others live comfortably in illusion, you see through it, even when you wish you didn't. This week, those quiet signals you've been receiving will finally take form. What once felt like fog will now appear in full light. You'll notice how someone suddenly stumbles when they speak to you as if they're afraid of what you might already know. You'll feel the discomfort in rooms you used to feel safe in, because the truth is already unraveling and people can sense that you see it now. But here's the truth behind all of it. You were never wrong, you were just early. Your soul detected something long before your mind had proof. This is your gift, Scorpio. Not everyone understands it, not everyone respects it, but that doesn't make it any less real. And now divine timing is catching up to what your intuition already told you. The hidden conversations they'll surface, the fake friendships they'll crack, the alliances that looked solid, they'll dissolve in front of your eyes. And while others may feel shocked, you'll feel something else entirely, relief. Because the inner tension of knowing but not proving is finally over. Lección de vida. You don't owe anyone proof of what your soul knows. You owe yourself the freedom to believe it. Comment if this makes sense to you. Have you ever sensed something before it happened and no one believed you? Comment below, I knew before I knew. Part 2. When God removes, He replaces. When someone leaves your life, Scorpio, it's not always a loss. Sometimes it's protection. Sometimes it's preparation. And other times, it's a clearing for something sacred to enter. You've held on longer than most, not because you're weak, but because when you care all the way through. You've loved people who didn't deserve the access. You gave your energy to people who never planned to match it. You stayed loyal even when their loyalty expired. But this week that ends. Not because you've become cold, but because you've finally become clear. You're no longer begging for clarity, you're receiving it. God isn't just exposing who's not with you, He's replacing what was false with what is true. There's someone or something coming into your life soon. And they couldn't enter until the space was made, until the fakes were removed, until the shadows stepped out of your light. That's why some exits feel sudden. That's why some people shift overnight. Because the moment your spirit graduates to a new level, the people who were never built for that frequency start to fall away. and let them, because what's coming is not another lesson, it's a reward. You've already paid your karmic dues in full. You've already cried in silence, doubted yourself, and waited for someone to finally understand you. Now God sends what's aligned. You'll know it when it arrives. There will be no guessing, no mixed signals, no confusion. It will feel like peace. Not the kind you beg for, but the kind that arrives naturally. So don't mourn the loss of who's leaving. They're not being taken, they're being replaced. Because someone real is coming. And they don't play with hearts like yours. Life isn't just removing anymore. It's rebuilding, and this time on truth. Lesson of life. What you lose in clarity, you gain in alignment. Never fear what God takes away. Fear staying attached to what was never meant to stay. Comment if this means something to you. Have you recently lost someone or something and now realize it was for your protection? Share your moment of clarity below your truth might free someone else. Part 3. The ones who cheered in silence. While you've been focused on those who betrayed you, there's something else you may have missed. Someone has been silently on your side, not loud, not dramatic, but deeply, quietly loyal. They didn't need attention. They didn't need credit. They didn't post about you or shout your name in public. Instead, they defended you when you weren't there. They corrected people when lies were spoken about you. They prayed for you without telling you. Scorpio, not everyone who loves you will say it. Some show it. In subtle gestures, in the way they check in even if it's just once in a while, in the way they listen when you speak, not just with ears, but with full presence. This week, you'll start to see them more clearly. You might overhear someone say, "No, that's not who they are," when your name comes up. You might discover someone stood up for you during a conversation you weren't even part of. You might feel it, a warmth, an energy of protection that has surrounded you all along. And the beautiful thing is you didn't have to earn this loyalty. It was given freely, because these souls see the truth of who you are beneath the armor, beyond the mystery. They saw your pain when others only noticed your silence. They recognized your efforts when others overlooked them. They believed in your heart even when you didn't believe in yourself. So many times you've focused on who let you down, but this is the week to honor who held you up. These are the souls God is highlighting now. They are your real circle, the ones who survived the storm with you and never once asked for a thank you. You won't need to guess who they are, you'll feel it. And once you do, deepen the bond. Because when Scorpio builds trust with someone loyal, that connection becomes unbreakable. Life lesson. Sometimes the most powerful love is quiet. Don't overlook those who stayed while others disappeared. Comment if this opened your eyes to someone you've overlooked, who's been your silent protector. Tag them, thank them, or just type, "I see you now." Part 4. The ones who faked loyalty. Now that you've begun to recognize the silent protectors in your life, it's time to see the other side. The ones who pretended. The ones who spoke kindly to your face and coldly behind your back. The ones who showed up when it benefited them and vanished when it didn't. They wore masks so convincing even you, with your legendary intuition, gave them the benefit of the doubt. Scorpio, that's not weakness, that's compassion. You wanted to believe in their goodness. You wanted to give them a chance to rise. But not everyone wants to rise. Some just want access. Access to your loyalty, access to your energy, access to the mystery and magic you carry until they've drained what they came for. This week, those people are being exposed, not because you went looking for proof, but because divine timing is done waiting. Their actions will reveal themselves. Their contradictions will spill. A comment they didn't mean for you to hear. A screenshot they didn't mean for you to see. A conversation that circles back around in ways they can no longer control. It will feel sudden, but it's not. It's been building. And when it happens, you'll finally see the truth. They were never with you. They were near you, but not with you. And there's a big difference. Someone can be close in proximity and still far in loyalty. Someone can use the right words, the right gestures, and still carry envy, resentment, or hidden agendas. This is the week your eyes sharpen, your spirit speaks louder than your emotions, and your clarity finally outweighs your attachment. It's time to release the ones who played the part of loyalty but never lived it. Life lesson: loyalty isn't proven in presence. It's proven in consistency when no one is watching. Comment if this hits something deep in you. Have you realized someone wasn't who they claimed to be? Right. I see through the mask now if this resonates. If this, Part 5, the danger of doubting your intuition. Scorpio, your intuition has never been wrong. It has only been silenced. Not by lack of clarity, but by your own willingness to believe the best in others. By the hope that maybe, just maybe this time, your instincts were too harsh, that you were overthinking too intense, too suspicious. But let's tell the truth here, you weren't. You weren't too much. You were tuned in. You weren't being paranoid. You were perceiving. The danger hasn't been your intuition. The danger has been ignoring it. Because when you deny what your soul already knows, you suffer twice, once from the betrayal, and again from betraying yourself by pretending not to see it. How many times did you feel the shift in someone's tone, but forced yourself to smile anyway? How many times did you sense the lie, but let it slide to avoid conflict? How many nights did you lie awake wondering why you felt off, only to later realize your intuition had been screaming the whole time? This week marks the end of that cycle. You're not being asked to confront everyone. You're being asked to finally listen to yourself, to treat your intuition as the sacred compass it is, because what you feel before it happens, that's not imagination, that's spiritual foresight. You were given this gift for a reason: to protect your peace, to guide your relationships, to guard your energy. And now you must reclaim it. This week, as more truths surface, you will find a quiet power returning, the kind that doesn't need proof, the kind that doesn't ask for validation, the kind that simply knows and acts accordingly. You won't second-guess yourself like before. You won't explain your distance or justify your silence. You'll observe, trust, and decide calmly, clearly, without drama. That's evolution. That's Scorpio in full power. Life lesson. The moment you stop doubting your intuition is the moment your life starts aligning. Comment if this is your turning point. Have you ignored your instincts before and paid the price? Right. No more doubting myself if this is your moment of clarity. Part 6. Patterns, not accidents. There's a lie you've told yourself before, Scorpio. It was just a misunderstanding. They didn't mean it. It probably wasn't intentional. But how many times does something need to repeat before it stops being a coincidence and becomes a pattern? That friend who always forgets to show up for you. The family member who praises you in public but criticizes you in private. The partner who says they love you but disappears when you need them most. It's not random, it's not a mistake, it's a message. And the longer you dismiss it, the louder the universe has to speak. This week, God isn't just revealing people's intentions, He's showing you their patterns. Because one fake moment could be excused. But 10, that's character. A single betrayal might be forgivable, but repeated ones, that's identity. And it's time you stop gaslighting yourself into believing otherwise. Scorpio, you are fiercely loyal. And that loyalty has made you give too many second chances, too many maybes, too many passes. But now those cycles are being broken because your soul has evolved beyond tolerating patterns disguised as bad days. You're being asked to stop looking at isolated incidents and start seeing trends. Start asking, who always disappears when I need them? Who consistently drains me? Who smiles but never supports? Because once you see the pattern, you can no longer participate in it. This week, you will. And when you do, the freedom that follows will feel like a new life. You'll no longer wrestle with uncertainty. You'll no longer overextend yourself to prove your worth. You'll simply decide, I've seen enough. That's what power looks like. Life lesson: patterns are God's way of showing you the truth. Pay attention before it becomes a life lesson. Comment if this feels familiar to you. Have you noticed a pattern that's no longer acceptable in your life? Type, I won't ignore the signs anymore if this speaks to you. Part 7, the blessing in the exit. It hurts when people leave, even if we knew it was coming, even if we sensed their loyalty was never real, even if we felt the shift long before they walked away. Scorpio, no matter how strong you are, and you are strong, endings still sting. Because you don't love halfway, you don't invest lightly. When you let someone in, you let them into the deepest chambers of your soul. And when they leave, it echoes. But here's what most people never realize. Every exit is sacred. Every departure is protection. Every loss carves out space for what's meant. This week, as people walk out of your life, or as you finally walk away from them, you'll feel both sadness and relief. That's how you'll know it's divine. Because when someone's presence begins to cost your peace, their absence becomes a gift. That's what this week is doing. Clearing, cleansing, creating room for alignment. You may not see it right away, but soon the air will feel lighter. The tension you couldn't name will dissolve. The exhaustion of pretending will end. And what's left? Clarity, energy, space. The kind of space where real people can finally enter. The kind who match your loyalty, not just mimic it. The kind who support your growth, not fear it. The kind who don't leave when things get deep, they stay, because that's where they feel at home too. So, let them go. Let the doors close without needing explanations. Let the silence speak without chasing it down. Let the old energy fall away so the new can rise. Not everyone deserves front row access to your life. Some were just passing through to show you what you no longer accept. And now that you know, you'll never go back. Life lesson. The blessing isn't always in what arrives. Sometimes it's in what finally leaves. Comment if this resonates with you. Have you let go of someone recently and found unexpected peace? Right. I'm making room for what's real if this is your moment of release. If you're ready, I'll now craft the final part ending, from survivor to sacred seer, where we close with transformation, elevation, and a bold new identity for Scorpio. Ending from survivor to sacred seer. Scorpio, you've been through it all. You've been loyal to the disloyal. You've trusted the charming mask only to be burned by the truth beneath. You've forgiven without receiving apology. You've stayed quiet to protect peace even when your silence cost you your sanity. But this week marks the turning point. You're not just surviving anymore, you're seeing. You are no longer the wounded one wondering why they did what they did. You are the sacred seer standing in your truth, no longer accepting less than what you give. You see now who has truly been with you and who never was. And that knowledge is liberation. You will no longer doubt your intuition. You will no longer question your energy. You will no longer betray yourself to keep others comfortable. This week, God didn't just show you the truth to hurt you. He showed it to free you, to realign your path, to make room for the right souls, to remind you that your gift, the ability to see beneath, was never a curse. It was preparation. From now on, you move differently. You speak only when it serves truth. You give only when energy is mutual. You stay only where loyalty is real. You don't beg, you don't chase. You attract by simply being exactly who you are. Let this week be the week you look in the mirror and say, I'm not bitter, I'm wiser, I'm not lonely, I'm selective, I'm not broken, I'm reborn. Because Scorpio, you weren't meant to fit in. You were meant to see through. And now that you've seen it all, you'll never let blindness back in. Life lesson. The most dangerous version of Scorpio is the one who has learned to trust their own sight and no longer apologizes for what they see. Comment below if this week has already begun revealing truths to you. Write, I trust what I see, to claim your power and share your awakening with others who need it. And don't forget, if this message spoke to you, subscribe to the Path to Buddha Wisdom now, because this isn't the end of your journey. It's the beginning of a new life with sacred sight and unshakable strength. Turn on notifications. The next chapter is already unfolding.